It's 1 hour into the new year. A young woman is killed in a violent Madison County car crash.
A third arrest is made on the deadly apartment shooting in Winchester.
And after a truck slammed into an elderly woman's home, police say she is lucky to be alive.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Happy New Year and good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Bill Bryant. Barbara's off today. Here's what's happening at noon. A tragedy. A Madison County woman is dead on this New Year's Day after a bad crash very early this morning. It happened a little after 1 o'clock this morning on 4 Mile Road on the outskirts of Richmond. The coroner has now identified the victim as 22-year-old Chelsea Carol Harnack of Richmond. 2 others were badly hurt in that rollover crash. WKYT's Miranda Combs is in Madison County at the scene now with our top story at noon. Miranda?
Parts of the car are still hanging from the tree limbs behind me. The coroner says the 22-year-old woman that was killed was thrown 400 feet from the car.
It's very dangerous. It's a narrow road and people tend to go fast on it.
Neighbors passed by the scene of this deadly accident this morning. They say speeding on this road is not uncommon. And the Madison County coroner says speed most likely played a role in the cause of this crash around 1 this morning. 22-year-old Chelsea Carol Harnack was killed instantly. 2 others, officials say, suffered serious injuries. The coroner says Harnack's body was found hundreds of feet away from the mangled car. Car parts are scattered in the woods just off 4 Mile Road.
The way the road is, I'm not surprised that somebody did get hurt on it, actually.
We were told by the coroner that the 3 were headed to a home just down the road from here. In Madison County, Miranda Combs, WKYT.
Miranda, thank you. The names of the 2 other people in the car have not been released to us as of yet. We have learned this midday that a 3rd person has been arrested in connection to a Winchester murder. Aaron Staley has been charged with murder. 2 others have already been charged with murder. Amber Caudle was shot and killed last week when bullets came through the ceiling of an apartment in Winchester. Police say they were fired from an apartment above. WKYT's Sam Smith is tracking the latest developments in that investigation. Sam?
Police have been looking for a person of interest since the shooting just before Christmas. Aaron Staley was picked up last night in Madison County and was brought back here to Winchester. He's in jail now. His paperwork says Staley and 2 other men entered an apartment on Oxford Drive in Winchester with the intent to commit a crime. A gunfight broke out. One of those bullets killed a woman living in the apartment below. 3 other people were also shot. Staley is charged with murder and burglary. Lillian Barnett and Lamont Wilkerson have already been charged in this case. Barnett is charged with complicity. Wilkerson faces murder and burglary charges. In Winchester, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Sam, thank you. Barnett and Wilkerson will be back in court next Wednesday. We have no word yet on when Staley will make a first appearance. Police in southern Kentucky say a 92-year-old woman is lucky to be alive today after a truck crashed right into her house. It happened just after 1 o'clock this morning on Clifty Street in Somerset. Police are investigating to see why the truck was going so fast on a city street. WKYT's Phil Pendleton has more on that.
Sarah Stigall's house has severe damage, but the good news is she is okay. The same cannot be said for the driver of the truck that crashed into her house, Tony Lewis, who was airlifted from the scene and is now at UK Hospital. Police tell me that Lewis was driving a flatbed truck that did not stop at a stop sign, hit the earthen embankment, and went airborne before landing on top of the house. Stigall was in the back part of the house and tried to come to the front to see what had happened, but she couldn't because of the damage.
She said the noise sounded like a tornado, and she started toward the front door to see if it was storming. And then she realized she couldn't get to the front door, so she started to try to get out the back door.
The crash is under investigation. I'm told that police do suspect alcohol involvement. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Phil, thank you. WKYT News has been told that Tony Lewis's injuries were serious but not life-threatening. We expect to learn more today about a deadly shooting last night involving a Kentucky state trooper. The shooting happened on US 60 in Carter County, west of Olive Hill. State police say they went to the home for a domestic dispute. And when officers arrived, KSB says they saw a man with a gun assaulting a woman inside the home. The man then fired at police, and that's when state police say a trooper returned fire, killing the gunman. His name has not been released yet. The woman was taken to the hospital with injuries from the assault. A Leslie County high school student has been arrested and accused of making threats against the school. State police say the student is charged with terroristic threatening. He is now in a juvenile detention center. Police say the student posted several threatening messages on Twitter suggesting that guns would be used at the school on Monday. Police say no person in particular was targeted. The school is closed for the holidays this week. Classes are set to resume on Monday. The new year means new challenges for one Kentucky city. Starting today, the city of Stanford is without a mayor. T.J. Hill was elected mayor in November, but he died a few days later. The city council is now in charge of appointing someone to the position. The person selected will hold the seat at least through November, when a special election will be held. If the city council does not appoint somebody to fill the vacancy by the end of this month, the responsibility for filling the post will fall to Governor Beshear. The all clear has now been given in Lexington after an early morning gas leak. A police officer says it looks like a car came crashing into a gas line on Liberty Road in the overnight hours. He saw car parts out in the middle of the road and heard and smelled the gas leaking. Liberty Road was blocked near Liberty Hill Drive for a time. Crews stuck around for about an hour to make sure the gas dissipated. They did not have to do evacuations, although they were thinking about that for a while. 2015 is off to a very cold start, and it's likely to be a sign of things to come. And we're tracking the possibility of a wintry mix. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell live in our First Alert Weather Center with an early look at that.
And that cold air just keeps on beating us here today. We've got temperatures right now around 32 degrees. That's it, 32 degrees in Lexington. Now, other spots are just above it. Hey, Frankfort, we're envious of you. You're 33 degrees, so just above freezing, but the cold air is here, and it's going to hang around with us even into the afternoon. We will all get above freezing, but not by much. Then we start tracking a little more activity that'll show up right here on Defender. It's not there yet, but it is in the works and on the way, already causing some problems across Texas. That same moisture will creep in here. The cloud cover you're seeing, all associated with what's out there for you. We look outside now, so we were looking at the satellite loop. Now we're looking at the clouds as they are here in Lexington. Seeing a few little peaks of sunshine here and there, but generally it's a cloudy one for you. The cold continues through the day today on this New Year's Day. The wintry mix chance could get in here for your Friday. And then how about we just throw it all at you this weekend? Because there's the possibility we could even throw some thunder into the forecast as well. We'll take a closer look at that coming up for you here in just a few minutes.
The word is enjoy today, right? Those changes are on the way. Thanks, Jim. We'll see you in a bit. In New York City, an estimated 1 million people braved cold temperatures to ring in the new year in Times Square. Crowds packed into the so-called crossroads of the world and stood for hours in fenced-off holding areas, waiting for the Waterford crystal ball to drop. Security was very tight. Thousands of police officers patrolled the area. There were no major incidents. And shortly after midnight, the streets cleared out and an army of street cleaners moved in, scooping up and carting away an estimated 50 tons of trash. By the way, at least 1 ton of that trash was confetti. Well, many in Lexington didn't let the cold temperatures of last night ruin their New Year's Eve festivities. For some, downtown was the hot spot for ringing in the new year. A lot of people were packed tightly into some downtown bars, while some families enjoyed ice skating at Triangle Park.
Just something that we can pass on, that Norman Rockwell moment with the kids. We had hot chocolate to warm us up, so we have really had a good time.
The number of people who are sick in Lexington is impacting a weekly service now. The Division of Waste Management has suspended yard waste collection for the rest of the week because 14 workers on the staff are out sick. Trash and recycling collections will be made tomorrow as normal. There will be none today because of the holiday. The city is hoping that yard waste collections can resume on Monday. Well, bodies are arriving for identification, but authorities still don't know what happened to Air Asia Flight 8501. That's coming up on WKYT News at noon. Also ahead on Kentucky's #1 midday news, the annual Celebs Gone Food list has been posted. That is Gone Good list. Celebrities Gone Good. Find out who tops the list of celebrities that donate money to good causes. Coming up on WKYT.